Yes, sir. All right, 3, 2, 1. 94.9 the city, hottest radio station in the streets. What it do, Lee County? You checking in with your favorite big brother, Pizzo Ben Well, and I got a very special guest with me. I feel like this is a real sleeping giant in Lee County, and I want to shed a little light on him because he does great things, and he just move in a real strategic way, and I just want to, introduce y'all to somebody I feel is worth, praise and, recognition, acknowledgement. So without further ado, we got Tony Boy in the building.
Hell yeah.
How you feeling, big dog?
What it is? What's up, family?
Hey, I'm doing real good, man. I wanna tell them how far we go back because I feel like it was one of the early days of your career, and as far as that was around the time I was finding myself in this music scene. So I was with AG Lottie, Rhea, and I was with Soldier, and it was a show out in Orlando. So I guess it was your show, and you had them, on Soundbar, and you had invited them boys, and what you did is you did a real smooth introduction, hey, these my Lee County homeboys. I want y'all to show them some love, and you let bro rock out during your set, and then you came back in real in a smooth fashion too, and you came back in and did your thing, and and it was real humble, and I was like, dang, this man moved I want to say a big dog, but I just felt like he was just a good, genuine dude at the time. And so that's when it's crazy. I started seeing you circulate on my Instagram page. You had dropped this one video. You was in a parking lot. It was nighttime. I can't remember the name of it right now. But
I believe that was Tombot.
Tombot. That's what it was. Tombot. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it was. And so I'm like, okay, I follow you, and I'm keeping up with the music, and then I see a picture of you and Currency and all that, and I'm like, dang, somebody from my city is really getting out the city, the stuff that people talk about, and you actually putting forth and I'm seeing that in real time, so I want to ask you about your journey and when did your start come as far as an artist in this game?
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate all them kind words, man. I fuck with that. Man, I fell in love with music a long time ago, man. From I could say Master P. That was probably my first love. That's when I jumped out there. You know what I mean? But when I started taking this thing serious and started putting money into it, it's probably 2013, 14.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's when I met Spitter, Currency.
Oh, you met him way back when?
Yeah. I was following the movement, and
so how did that come about?
That came by I popped up at a show. I was fucking with bro, and next thing you know, I was opening up for him, and that's when the relationship formed. I started touring with him, all that, just from opening up from one show, hollering at him, and then just following, bro. You know what I mean?
So you weren't the type to just open up for a show and then take your picture and leave. You was the type to actually go and get in somebody's ear and
yeah, for sure. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look at a lot you gotta get out your own backyard. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what I did. I feel like it's a lot of talent in the city, but niggas just won't leave their own backyard. You gotta leave the backyard and try to go out there and step out on faith.
Yeah. So let's back a little bit. So you said Master P is where you started it. That was the first.
That was my first love. That's when I was all right. Even the rap game, I always been in love with the bosses of the game. You know what I mean? That's who I watch. So Master P was the first one, and I was like, all right, this nigga for real.
Yeah.
And that's what I took his whole demeanor and everything. I carried that shit through elementary school.
Yeah.
I was moving like P at elementary school.
What parts about him did you admire?
Everything, man. Who didn't fuck with P back then?
He was a real versatile dude as far as
I know that ain't everybody's era, especially for the younger dudes, but that was my era, and P really turned me on to this shit. He made me want to rap.
So like, what was your approach to the rap game? Cause I feel like you said you was 2014, but I seen you like surfacing around 2017.
Yeah,
like I feel like that's when I started. You started putting the pieces together.
Yeah, I started spending money. I started spending money. I started putting into it. You know what I mean? Like I started.
So what it was like before? Was it just like you got a dog who got a studio and you chill at his house and record? Or?
You know what? I tried to crank the studio. I was young.
Yeah.
I was trying to like do all the shit that everybody else was trying to do. I was trying to like get all the studio equipment. I had niggas in my mama house.
Yeah.
When we was working off Kaza, motherfucking Napster.
Yeah.
Getting beats and shit, and we was trying to put it together. You know what I mean? I was playing around with it from then.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, 2013, 2014, I actually started putting my bread into it, putting my money into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And spending money, paying to play. Like, niggas won't tell you that. Niggas be ashamed to be like, oh, they gonna pay to get on the show. They gonna pay to get on the show. I pay to get on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I pay to play. Hey,
you see the opportunity in it.
Yeah, like, hey, who showed? Okay, I'm trying to open. How much? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta pay to play.
And how that approach been working for you, like so far?
It's been good. It's been good, man. You know, like, it's definitely times where you feel like you can put your money in better places.
Yeah.
And whatnot, but like nothing's a lost cause. So like, whatever it takes. It's no exact formula for nobody. You never know what might hit. Because I did shows with like Currency. I did shows with people, and other people was there. Like I did a show one time in Tampa, and it was with Currency too, and OG Booby Black was there.
Yeah.
Kevin Gates, man.
Yeah.
And after the show, he pulling me to the side like, hey, bro, I fuck with that shit. Holla at me. He go my number.
That's real.
Pull up on me, and it's just like that.
Yeah. Did you take that opportunity, like, when that happened?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But when that happened, you know, bro, I had to go out of town this day. Even though bro still show hella love. So
yeah,
there's no such thing as an L in it. It's just, you know, you just keep going, keep pushing.
So like, you making your way through this rap game, you meeting, you know, people that you can make things happen with. What's one of the most important things that you learned throughout this journey so far? Has anybody gave you like any game that just stuck with you and it worked towards your career?
Yeah. Let me think. Anything that stuck with me. Like I said, man, it's no exact formula, man. You just got to keep moving. That's all I know. You just got to keep moving. Like, it's been times where, you know, we jump out there and we like, man, it's gonna be it right here, and it don't be it right there.
Yeah.
Now you just got to keep moving. You got to try it again.
I feel like artists go through that again, like a lot, when they feel like they got that one, and then the song that end up popping end up being one that they ain't even much, you know, put that much effort into, or they just ain't think was gonna pop like that. Like, you know, the fans pick it rather than when they picked it.
Yeah, the name of the game is persistence. You know what I mean? It's
Definitely.
It's like trying to cut through a rock. You know, you got to keep on. It's like water through a rock. You got to keep on. And one day you're going to cut that rock. You know what I mean? And it's been a lot of times that I came off the road thinking this and that was going to happen, and it didn't happen. You be bummed out about that shit. You know, spent your bread, especially how we moving. I've been moving like, we spending money. I'm spending my own money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm buying my own hotels. I'm booking my own flights. I'm booking my own shows. I'm doing all that, and sometimes when you don't get the results you projected to get, it can be a little discouraging. But
that's one of those.
Go ahead.
I was saying, like, that's one of the parts that they don't really talk about when artists, like, you know, artists that's been signed, they finally get independent and they try to encourage other people to be independent. They don't really talk about the real expenses that go into it. And
bro, it take expenses, man. It take grinding, it take hustling. You're gonna take some L's, some upsets. You thinking the nigga gonna fuck with you like they supposed to go and say they was gonna fuck with you, don't fuck with you. Yeah. So you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors and all that.
Yeah.
So I want to get into like your style of music. I feel like it's real deal grown man shit. Like when I was listening to Attack Me, and I was like, your beat selection, I was like, man, that took me back to the Tom G vibing and sliding type days and stuff like that. And I can help my like people that I look up to. I played on this and they'll be like, hey, this Ryan, what you know about this type of thing. So like, what is your process when you go into making songs like Attack Me?
Man, Attack Me is special too. Like the people don't even know I wrote that song. Like I dropped that song with Steve Woods like 7 years ago.
Shout out.
And that
no,
shit,
wait. You said you dropped that song 7 years ago?
Yeah, I made that song like 7 years ago. Yeah, that shit timeless. You know what I mean? And I just recently shot the video to that bitch like December 2020 with my nigga Mogul Views.
Yeah.
I just shot that bitch. That shit timeless, but.
And so what made you like think like what made you resurface something that you made 7 years ago? Because most people thinking like, oh, I gotta keep up with the times. But you was like, fuck that. I got a song that I made 7 years ago that's still competing with the
like
time.
I said, man, it was just timeless. And, you know, my people, my team around me, they like, man, that's still it right there.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to just go ahead and put the visuals on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that song really came really organically. Like, it was just organic, you know. And the way I feel about that song is the way I feel about my rap style. It's just... I feel like it's just catchy, you know what I mean? And that's a gift. How I feel about my music is just certain things is just catchy, you know, and that come from 4 Miles too. It just come from being sported.
Yeah,
and just being.
Jade
you know
was
what I mean?
like kind of pointing out like the swag in your delivery. It was like it was giving her reminiscent of like how Plies would present that 4 Miles way.
See what I'm saying? Plies got the same thing. Like he just got that. It's a gift. It's a gift for being catchy. Like it's just different. It sound good.
Yeah, and I seen like the way y'all shot the video. It wasn't just like we getting together and shooting a video. You had Young Breed in it. You had the Checkers, the Rallies.
You know what? Now that you said that, that's how the video came about. Because my nigga Mogul hit me, and he was like, you know what? And that's just coming from the lights of trying to get niggas' attention like Ross. You know what I mean? And he did fuck with it too. Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah, so it was like
said he got to be in the next time.
Yeah, he got to be in that next one, leaning on the vert and shit. But it just came from like just trying to. It was just pure marketing. Like, all right, fucking, we finna. And the song sound like it. Sound like Dade County. It sound like Don't Music. It sound like, you know what I mean, Sunlight, all that good shit. And we just took the opportunity to cross promote between like Wingstop, Bel Air. We hit all the corners with that shit. And it worked. It worked.
So put me on point. Who is Chicken Wayne?
Chicken Wayne.
Because that boy slid the last 30 minutes of the
Hey, y'all
song.
got to put that clip in at the end of this interview too, man. Chicken Wayne, that's what I'm saying. That's just how things come together organically. Chicken Wayne was just in the hood with it while we was shooting this shit. He came through. He got him some Bel Air and all that shit. We just had a good time.
Came through, got a little drink. So how do you feel about the state of Fort Myers in this music scene?
Man, like I said, we got a lot of talent, man. There's a lot of niggas around here with a lot of talent. I don't think we get enough credit. Like niggas like Kodak, don't they give us they shot us out and whatnot, but like
I feel like we don't shout us out,
man. Yeah, we don't shout us out, but
do you
we responsible for a lot of the swag that's going around in Florida.
I was just talking to Woods about that.
We responsible for a lot of swag that's going around in Florida, and we don't get our just due. But the music scene in Fort Myers, man, we got, like I said, we got a lot of talent, and niggas we just gotta come together a little bit. But
do you feel like we got enough avenues like for artists to be seen?
Hell nah.
We don't. Like, do we have any?
Hell nah.
Nah.
That's
like
what I say. Why I say we got to get out our own backyard. You know what I mean? Like, niggas can't drop something around here and expect for that shit to, like, you know, go. You got to go, grab that same record you believe in and go out the road and go here, go there, open up, do what you got to do to make that shit pop. But we can't sit around this bitch and expect for something to happen.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. I seen a quote floating around the internet, and it said, "A great song isn't made, it's marketed."
That's all it is, bro.
Yeah. Marketing. I feel like that's you with your music. It's like,
and I don't even have that all the way down pat to keep it all the way funky. I'm still trying to figure out how to market shit and how to, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all it is you can have the best product. You got the best dope in the city, but if you don't know how to get it out there to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the dope fiend, to the people, then you dead. You feel me?
You got any advice for like artists that's been starting out and they feel like their career is like kind of stagnant?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, the name of the game is persistence. Like, if you're gonna get your heart broken, this shit,
right?
You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Everything you think gonna work ain't always gonna work, but you gotta always be ready to go back to the drawing board and start drawing some more shit up. Like, that shit
That's
ain't
real.
work like we projected it to, but shit, we gonna keep going.
That's real. Do we got anything to look forward coming from Tony Boy?
Yeah. I'm finna fuck everything up, man. Me and my boy. Shout out to Mogul Views, man. We on the non-stop world tour, man. We ain't gonna stop coming till we coming. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's something that I feel like real dope that I see with y'all boys. Cause when I met you, I met Mogul Views, right. And I see the same way that you coming up, you making these moves, bruh. Making these same moves, coming up in his own way, in his own different part of the industry, and I like seeing that for one, and I feel like it's dope that you got like, you know, one of your own boys and you using them, and you ain't just like, even though you know you got to pay to play, but you still, you know, making sure your dog's straight too, like, and like,
well, that's different between me and Mogul, man, because one hand wash the other, like, you know. Right. I've been taking bro with me everywhere I go, but you know, his talent is in him, but then his own self.
Most definitely.
The way that Paper Chaser record came about, me, Frank Leonard, Hot Boy Turk, you know, that happened through Mogul. Like, you know, but it wouldn't happen if Mogul was going with me to New Orleans. It was back and forth. I'm going back and forth, fucking with my nigga Spitter, fucking with Currency.
Yeah.
And then he working with, every time we slide somewhere, he putting out there too, like, hey man, I'm out here. Everybody else gonna fuck with me too.
Yeah.
And he met somebody over there, and they was connected to Turk. Next thing you know it, we in the know. Turk called his phone while we was in the car together, and it's been up ever since. Shit like that, like, you know what I mean?
And that's why, like, I wanted to highlight that, because I feel like Fort Boys need to see, like, you, your friends, and, you know, everybody can, you know, flourish in this thing. I mean, of course you can. I be seeing people, they try to push the narrative like we gotta find one person and everybody put their all into them, and I feel like that's real too. But at the same time, you can't be the one person that everyone putting their all into, and like you ain't putting that same energy into like the people around you. And I feel like that's something that y'all do. Y'all, you know, bounce off each other, like you say, one hand scratch the other.
Well, they got to, man, and like it's out there. Like I said, you gotta get off your back porch, man. This shit ain't gonna happen in the neighborhood. You gotta go out there. You gotta spend your money. You gotta take them heartaches. You gotta take them losses. All that shit.
Yeah. All right, Tony Boy. So what song we need to be listening to before we get up out of here?
Shit, man. I got a few of them, man. We got man. First of all, we got Paper Chaser.
Yes, sir.
Future and Frank Leonard, Hot Boy Turk. That
yes,
shit
sir.
hot. Go check that shit out. It's on YouTube. We shot I'll Pay For It. That's me, Tom G, Frank Leonard.
18 and up, by the way.
You heard? You gotta go check that shit out, man. We did that in the heart of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't stopped. We was going through it through the pandemic. We ain't stopped.
Yeah.
All that shit. We dropped that shit hard too. Y'all need to go check that out.
Yes, sir.
And I got, like you said, Tag Man. Man, it's a few things, man.
More personal right there.
It's a lot of things to look forward to, man. I got records with people I ain't even dropped yet, like Project Pat. I got records. Me and Leonard down there got a whole tape together.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Me and Leonard down there got a whole tape together.
Shout out Frank Leonard.
I got tracks with Currency.
Right, that's something you got in the chamber, right?
Yeah, man. Shit, I just got shit loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Mo, what else we got?
We'll be like, man, it's too much.
A whole bunch of shit, man. Like, yeah, I got a record with Moot Boy, 5 bands. I ain't dropped that shit yet either.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And man, so much music, man. We just gonna keep working, keep pushing.
Yes, sir. So Lee County, y'all be on the lookout for Tony Boy. It's Pizzo Bandwell 94.9 The City. Appreciate you coming through, big dog.
Hell yeah. It's Tony Boy, the big homie, man. Y'all listen to 949 The City, man. Tap in.
Yes, sir. We out of here, Lee County.
For sure.